Kamuli, a village where the serenity belied the silent struggles of a family. This is the story of Perez, who became the focal point of a legal battle that unraveled the systematic failures in the early detection, care, and understanding of autism in children. When we went to see him, Perez is with his family, but immediately begins to seem restless when he detects strangers. Perez's mental disorder all began when he was just a child. At 4 months, he seemed playful, but as the years passed, something wasn't right with his peculiar behavior, as the mother narrates.
Yatandika okubanga nga mwana waira lulalu waira twalosanga kyeju kyaki kya mwana kumbe nga titwidinga omwana aliko obulemo kuki ku bwongo bwe awo twamulingirira omwana we yatuukiza emyaka 2 ekitundu awo twabonanga kiswise awo nga niwo muwo okwonka akuluma bulume buli kantu akuluma niwo mubeeka akuluma bulume.
The family's attempts for answers led them to Chiwaba, Chidera and Buyende hospitals, but all in vain. It was a never-ending nightmare. The family's quest for answers led them to multiple hospitals, each time met with frustration. Perez was repeatedly diagnosed with malaria, a misjudgment that only compounded his suffering.
Bamutwala mu ddwaliro kamule nabo babagamba kyekimu nti omwana si mulwadde ne just maybe ayimu malaria biki ebyo nawo ne babalagira bagule eddagala lye baagula.
Perez was like a force of nature. He destroyed everything in his path, including pet animals.
Perez was a bit stubborn in the village. He used to disturb people's property, destroying other people's things, caning younger children, running all over the village, eating people's food.
His family resorted to tying him on a tree like the rest of the animals. He fed on a rope and only got back inside the house when the sun went down.
Nga bagenda nga mubasaba ab'Ekiganda nga balwanirira mwana atereere kubanga bagenda nga mu madwaliro g'ekizungu nga bagamba tebalina kye balaba, so maybe nga balowooza nti oba omwana aliko ebyekiddugavu oba bamuloga oba biki oba bamusindikira ebintu ebimusumbuwa ne bagezaako bagende mu basawo Abaganda era abasawo Abaganda nga balya ssente baba batulimbalimba nga tebiriiyo.
We got the solution to tie Perez so that he can't cause problems around. We were not able to look after him 24 hours a day. So we got the knowledge that let's just tie Perez and we get time to do also our activities.
The community didn't understand and they laughed, and it was heartbreaking to witness. Perez's journey, marked by heartbreak and desperation, revealed a systematic failure in the detection and care for those with autism. In the pursuit of justice for Perez, health rights activists stepped in. The court case not only shed light on Perez's suffering, but also exposed a shocking truth: the government hospitals that have no capacity for early detection of autism.
We really wanted the district local government to think about this. One, they own their budgets. Even when budgets, conversations around budgets are finally put at the national level and accomplished, conversations start at the district level. So if you know you have such children within your community, you should be able to plan for them and ensure there is medication for them. Then we thought that these are things that happen to us as individuals, and it's just important that people with disabilities, just like any other person, actually have their rights observed.
The court ruling emphasized the abuse of Perez's rights and highlighted the lack of attention given to children with autism. The question echoed: why doesn't the local government allocate resources for such critical needs in their budget? But government never bothered with a response.
That, in my view, would have been the ideal situation, which is not happening. And this is not a bigger population of the country that actually have disorders of such a kind, but we can't say that they are not populations. So regardless of whatever is happening, we'll still engage such that that ideal situation of we are engaging, we are planning for them, we have a budget for them, we have medication for them, we have a rehabilitation center for them, right? I think it's a thing that should be happening at the end of the day.
We visited Nkondo Health Center 3 to see if anything had changed since the court order. Here is where we found Mugaba Saida, a midwife. Saida tells us that they don't have protocols for early detection of autism in children, but if given proper training, they could make a significant difference.
When we are dealing with children, you only immunize and give the early childhood treatment. But the issue concerning autism, we see cases of children that have gotten signs of mental disorders, but we don't have the protocols that can guide us to really identify or confirm that it is autism. Yes, we have mothers who are in need. In case we are trained, we can be able to offer those services to the children through assessing them and asking questions from the mothers.
The government has not only failed to respond during the court case, but also neglected to respect the court order, which mandated maintenance, detection, rehabilitation, and the development of clinical guidelines for those with autism. Along this journey, tragedy struck. Perez's father passed away, leaving the family in a dire situation. But the mother has never abandoned her son. Perez's story is not just about a legal battle. It's about the enduring spirit of a family in the face of insurmountable odds. But most importantly, the dire need in our public hospitals for early autism detection services. Kanarum Gume, NBS, Live at 9.